start talking. And then people will come or not. They don't know for sure that I'm streaming. So they may be here, they may not. They may watch it later. Okay? All right. So, that's okay. Yeah, just scooch right up here and we're going to just be over here. So if you see you right there beside me, whatever you see here, then that's what our viewers are going to see. That's what our audience is going to see. Okay? All right, we got some people. See their names coming up right here?
Yeah.
Those are the people that are watching us. Okay? So we have Linda. Linda has a son named Tim. I'll introduce my special guest to you in a minute, you guys. Linda has a son named Tim. So I always say, hey, Linda and Tim.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Purple Nana, she's all the way over in England. You know where that is? Way across the ocean. And her name is Linda.
Is it at the beach?
Oh, there's a beach there, I'm sure, someplace. But she's way over. Yeah, me too. I've never been to England either. And then see the name in blue? That's Jinx. Her name is Rhonda. And she does what's called moderating. So she monitors the chat. Once in a while we get somebody that's ornery that tries to make things go goofy. And so she's my watchdog. So she takes care of all that. So her name is Jinx here, but her real name is Rhonda. And then we have Joan Smithies. Joan lives over in England too. And who else do we have? The Artful Dabbler. Tori, right? Artful Dabbler is Tori. And yeah, okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and so the chat will just keep rolling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this. And Tori's in Ireland. That's another country, way across the ocean. Isn't that cool?
Is there another beach?
So I bet there are. So we're talking to people that don't even live in the United States. They live over across the ocean from us. Way, way, way far away. And this one in the red right here, her name is Peggy. That's my sister.
It is?
Yep, she lives in Kansas City.
That's where my cousins live.
Do they? That's cool. All right, you guys. And there's Ruth. She lives down south in Alabama. Yeah, where the football team Roll Tide is. Yeah. Okay, you guys. Hello, hello. I know you didn't expect us to stream today. However, this handsome young man that came to be in my studio today, I couldn't resist. And so we just had to make an exception and break the silence, and we just had to come out and do a stream together. So this young man is named Blake, and Blake you do have a YouTube channel. Yeah, Blake does have a YouTube channel. In the description box below the video, you'll see his YouTube name, so you can search his name. What was it? Blake?
Messy.
Blake Messy-Murr, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, it's in the description box below the video. Anyway, so this is Blake, and he is delightful. How old are you, Blake?
9.
9. And you're in what grade?
3rd grade.
3rd grade. Can you talk up just a little bit louder?
3rd grade.
3rd grade. And what school do you go to?
Christian Chapel Academy.
Christian Chapel Academy. And his dad's here in the studio with us today, too. And he was telling me that Blake helps with cameras and doing various things with the cameras and selecting shots and all that kinds of stuff. So he's kind of an old hand at this kind of thing. He's going to be a natural when he really gets going with his cameras and all that kind of thing. So you like helping do that? Helping your dad do that?
Yeah.
At school? Yeah. Cool. All right. So it's good to see you all. I'm glad you're here. Purple Nana says that you're the same age as her grandson. So that's kind of cool. Purple Nana down here. She's the one that lives, her name's Linda. Her real name's Linda. She lives over in England. Way far away. So what Blake loves to do, one of the things he likes to do is
origami.
Origami. You know what origami means?
No.
I think it means...
But I know how to do it and stuff.
Yeah, I think it means paper folding. I think. That makes sense, doesn't it? Because that's what you're going to do. Okay. So Blake's going to show us 3 different things. If all goes well, he's going to show us 3 different things that he likes, models that he likes to fold. So if you want to fold along with him, you can get a piece of paper. He's going to show you how to use regular paper to make a piece of origami paper, but he also has special origami paper too. So Ruth Edwards says she loves origami, so this is great for her because she loves it. So that's cool. And then Terry's here. Hello, Terry. So I'm just saying hello to all the different people. So Blake's kind of learning how this setup works, and also he's just going to have fun showing things to you. Okay, so we're going to switch the camera, and you're going to be able to show them how to take a regular piece of paper and turn it into an origami piece of paper. So, okay, so show us what you want to show us. Okay, I'll just move stuff a little bit.
So how to do the origami paper?
Yeah, how do you make origami paper out of this one? How do you do that?
So first you grab this end right here of your paper and fold it down to here and give it a nice crease.
So if you can't hear him, you guys tell me and I'll repeat. Okay. Great. Good job. Okay.
Then you flip it over and bring this side up how you see it, all this, and crease it to where it lines up.
You're doing a great job. Can you see right here? That's what they're seeing right there. Okay. You can even push it, move back here just a little bit further so that, so they can see it a little bit better. There you go.
And then you unfold everything and grab some scissors.
Okay, unfold it, grab the scissors. Yep.
And then you cut on the straight line.
Okay. Look at you using those big old scissors. Good job. Excellent. Okay. And then this is what you use, is this piece?
Yep.
That's your origami piece. And what did you make out of this? What's this shape called?
A square.
A square. So you got to have a square. Yeah. So can you use different sizes of squares to make origami things?
Yes.
Okay.
But for the stuff we're making, the crane, dragon, and ninja star, I'll use 15 centimeters, like a 15 centimeter paper, or 20 centimeters.
A 15 cent. Okay, people.
Or bigger.
You're going to get a lesson in centimeters today. He's going to use 15 centimeters or 20 centimeters paper. That's good. I don't even know how big that is. Can you show them how big it is compared to that? Here, just put it right down here and they can see.
So this is like the 20 centimeter paper, and this is the 15 centimeter.
That is, I am impressed that you know that. Good for you.
It says on the box.
It does? That's good. That's good information. Here, turn it
6
around.
inches and 15 centimeters.
There you go. Okay, let's zoom in so they can see that. So you can point it out to them again. Right here.
6 inches and 15 centimeters.
Okay. So it's 6 inches this way and this way, or 15 centimeters.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, cool. Good information. Okay, let's what I want to do next is I'm going to have him show you what he's going to fold. He's going to fold 3 different models for us, and then if you stay all the way to the end, he's going to stitch a book together. He's never done that before, but he likes to write books and stories, and so he asked if he could make a book. So if you guys stay tuned all the way to the end, you'll get to see Blake stitch up a book too. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so explain what's what here.
So this is a ninja star.
Down here. Yeah.
This is a ninja star.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a crane.
Okay, and turn it. If we turn it like, if they see if it's this way, look up here. See, they can't really see what it is, but if you turn it this way, then they can see it.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the crane.
After we make the crane and ninja star, we're gonna make a dragon.
Okay, and turn it up toward the. We got to go up toward the camera like this. That way they can see it. Yeah. But then look at that cool tail, you guys. Look at that tail on that dragon. Isn't that neat? I know. Okay, Linda, one of the viewers is telling us that she has origami paper all ready, and she's ready to fold with you.
Okay.
Okay? That'll be fun. And so what do we need? We're going to do which one first?
The ninja star.
Ninja star. Okay. And we need one color or two colors?
One or two.
One or two?
If you want it two colors, you grab two pieces. And if you want one, you grab one paper.
Just one paper?
Yep, for one color. And for two colors, you grab two colors.
Okay.
Of paper.
If you want it just one color, do you still need two sheets of paper?
No, just one.
Just one? Okay. All right. Okay, so this is what we're doing, you guys. This is what we're doing to start with. All right, we'll move the crane and the dragon out of the way. All right, you're ready. You show them.
So the first step is to fold it in half.
Fold it in half. Okay.
And give it a really good crease. I'll drive my fingernails on it.
Okay.
Because we're going to be doing the same thing with it again. No. And then we're going to tear it in half.
We're going to tear it in half?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Then open it back up.
Okay.
And flip it over. Then fold it the other way.
Okay.
While it's flipped over.
Cool. So it's got a really good crease.
Yep.
Okay.
I like to do it till I see curvy lines.
Okay. Curvy lines. Where do you see the curvy lines?
Where you creased it, like while it's still folded.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So it's kind of curved. Okay. Yeah. All right. That means it's ready to tear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you tear one edge of it up on the front.
Just a little bit more.
Just a bit.
Okay.
And then you put it on a flat surface and move your hands across to slowly tear. But don't go too fast or else it's going to tear like all in different ways.
Okay. Good tip. You are a very good teacher, Blake. Very good. Don't you guys, hey, chat people, don't you think he is doing a great job teaching? I mean, really. He really is. Okay, ready? Next step. Next step.
You can also use scissors to cut it in half if you can't do that.
Okay.
Then put one side up, just out of your sight, because we're going to be worrying about one of them right now.
Okay, we'll just put those, we'll put this one up out of the way too. Okay.
So first fold it in half once. But
Here,
we're not going to tear it again.
Just a little bit more. Just a little bit. There you go. See, so you can see your...
Yeah. And we're not going to tear the paper again.
Okay. Just going to fold. Good crease, huh?
Unless if you're doing two colors.
Okay.
Then, you want the part that just kind of opens to be facing down.
Okay.
Towards you.
Okay.
Then you fold it in half the other way, like this.
Okay.
Then open that part up.
Okay.
But not this part that you just folded.
Okay, so just in half, just open it the long way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there should be a little
just
line.
a little further. Come up. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And you're going to take the sides and fold them up where that line is.
So this is the part that's open, the open edges. You're going to fold.
Face down, and then these parts, you just fold to the line.
Okay.
One of them should go up, not facing towards you, but pointing away. The other one should be pointing towards you.
Good. Okay. That's neat.
Then
I like
flip
that.
it over.
Okay.
So you have this little part and then the squares.
Okay. So flip it over.
These parts should have like little
I'm going to
points.
scoot you over toward me a little bit more. Okay.
These parts should have little points. So you're going to take the square parts on it and fold it down like this to where the points are lined up with it. Like this. And
Okay.
you're going to do it the same with this
Come
part.
up here a little bit more. Right about here. There you go.
Just fold it down to the line. Then you're going to put that part back up and take your other piece of paper.
So we're all done. We're finished with this one for right now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Then you're going to make the same thing by folding it in half and folding it the other way like this.
How many stars have you folded? Lots of them?
Ninja stars? I don't know, probably like 50.
Ooh. You make them different colors?
Yeah. But I usually do the like black and red.
Okay.
Then you will take these parts and bring them up to the line. One should be pointing up, the other facing towards you.
Okay.
Then you flip it over
Flip it.
and line the points up.
Okay. Can you guys do this so far? Hey, Race. Now, this name right here in the blue right there, his name is Race Owen. That's my son. He's in California. Have you ever been to California?
No.
No? Okay.
Then you're going to take the other part and put it up with your other one.
Okay.
Then if you want to do a different color, you can grab another piece of paper and make the same things. And then you do what we're about to do with these two.
Okay.
So you're going to take it. You want them both facing up like this. One should go straight, the other one to the side like this.
Okay. Cool. But the flaps, the flippy flaps are up. Okay.
And the first one, on top, you want to fold down like this.
Okay.
Increase that. And then there should be a little pocket.
The little pocket right there.
Yep. So
Okay.
you're going to take the other part and fold it into this pocket.
Oh, folded in. Okay. So you stick it in the pocket?
Yep.
Oh, that's how you do this. That's neat. I wondered how you did that.
And then there should be another pocket just right here.
Okay.
You're going to take this part right here and fold it into that pocket.
It's a smaller pocket this time.
Yeah, because it had to be folded into a pocket. Then you should have one thing left to fold over. You have
Does
that.
this one need to go inside there, or does it stay on the
this
top?
one stays on top.
Okay.
Then with your other one, you go over the one that stayed on top. You kind of crease it. And then this pocket right here, you want to push it under.
Okay.
Sometimes this part gets in the way.
Oh, I see. You're going over that one.
Yeah. If it
Okay.
gets in the way, you can take this part and just kind of fold it down here.
Okay. Just to kind of get it out of your way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you crease all these edges.
Okay, come up here a little bit further. There you go.
Then if you did fold this up and it's sticking up, you can also just kind of put that down and bring it under that little pocket.
So you can just find a little spot for it to stick in, to poke in. There you go.
And that's how you make the ninja star.
That's how you make the ninja star, you guys. Here, let's let them look at it real well. Because what they can do if they want to is they can take a picture of it. So we'll just leave it here. They can take a picture of it with the what's called a screenshot. You know what that
Front
is?
and back.
So there's one. And then if we flip it over, then they can see it on the other side. So that's pretty cool. So you can do it one color or
Another color.
2 colors. Yeah, cool. You guys, oh, everybody's clapping for you and giving you thumbs up. That's neat, huh? Okay, so we'll take a break for a second. See, do anybody have any questions you want to ask Blake? If you do, pop them in the chat, and then I will tell him. Everybody's saying, excellent, Blake. So cool, Blake. Good job. Great job. Let's give Blake a thumbs up. So they gave you a whole bunch of thumbs up. So that was neat. Linda, Linda Renz, were you able to make a ninja star? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Be honest.
Yeah, be honest. Hi, Yulia. That's a new name in the chat. Good to see you, Yulia. Where are you from, Yulia?
Ukraine.
From Ukraine. Oh, neat. Okay, Rhonda wants to know, how long have you been creating these, and what else can you make?
I've been creating for like maybe a couple years, probably 5. I can also make double-sided ninja stars.
Look up here.
Double-sided ninja stars. Then I can make dragons that flap their wings, other cranes that can also flap their wings,
And I think you
and
didn't you make
X-wings.
and didn't you make a frog today?
Yeah, I can make frogs, X-wings. I have an X-wing this year.
Okay, let's see some of the other things that he's
This
gonna
is an
fold.
X-wing.
Okay, they're gonna see right there. Okay, look here. On top of that, that's good. That shows up really well.
That's an X-wing.
An X-wing is from where did you tell me?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay. All right. So what else will you want to show them so they can see? Just put it right on top of this and
So
they can
now we're
see
going to
it.
be making a dragon.
I think we're going to do the crane first, right? And then the dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do the crane first. Yeah. Show them the frog, too.
The frog?
Yeah. I
Where's
think
the
it.
bag?
I think it's over in maybe by the bag.
Yeah, I think it's in the bag. No, not in it. Yeah, by the bag.
See, I told you this gets to be a big mess here, didn't I?
Yep.
See, look, there's the frog. Does the frog jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I'd seen those jump. So that's an origami frog. And how somebody wants to know again how old you are. She came in a little bit later after we started. How old you are?
9.
9. And what grade?
3rd.
3rd grade. Yeah. Okay, so now we're ready. Okay, if you guys are ready, we're going to do another one, another model, and this one's going to be the crane. And also, do you want to show them your box of origami paper so they can see? Just pull it right under here and see they can see. Look at all those great colors of paper. We all love paper, so that's making everybody pretty happy. And then fold it down so they can see the front of the box. And you said this came from maybe Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah? And that has 500 sheets, so you can fold all kinds of things. 500 sheets. Okay, let's start the crane. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the regular origami paper again.
But anyway, you can also use this, like no matter what you're making.
As long as it's a square, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
But if you're like making something big, and it's like too small. Like if the video says like it has to be a certain size, then it like and it's big, then it actually has to be that size.
Okay.
Like because I've made it a nether dragon, but the size wasn't good, and its body was good, but then the head was really small
Oh, okay. So
compared to the body.
so if they tell you a certain size is important, then you have to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So right up here, just how about right about there, and then you can start folding your crane. Okay. So you can explain what you're doing.
So first we're gonna fold it in half. Hamburger and hot dog.
Hamburger and hot dog. And what is? Can you explain a hamburger and a hot dog?
So hamburger is where you fold it in half the short way like this,
Okay.
where the paper is like shorter, but then hamburger, the opposite of hot dog, is where you fold it to it's longer
Okay.
than hamburger.
Okay. Okay. So you've got 2 folds so far, right?
So then it should be like a cross,
Okay.
but then you're gonna put it in the shape of a diamond, kind of like this.
Okay. Come over towards you just a little bit. You're doing great. You're doing great. I'm just going to help you keep the paper where they can see it, right in the middle. Okay.
Then you're going to make a diamond. Well, not a diamond, a X. So
Okay.
first you're going to fold it, the paper just like this. This edge should line up with that edge.
Good.
Then once it's lined up, you line up these sides with the other ones and crease it.
So it's important to be really picky about what you do, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Origami is pretty precise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you open it and flip it to where this line right here is facing up.
Okay.
Then you take this point and line it up with this point.
Okay. So when you get that fold done, then we're gonna stop a second and answer a couple questions that some of the viewers have for you.
Okay.
Okay. Good job. Okay, so show them how that looks now with all those folds. See all those folds in there? So you've got folds that go this way and corner to corner too. So that's how we want it to start with. And lots of origami things start like that, I think, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's stop and we'll answer a couple questions. First of all, Rhonda, I did see your note about going to the post office, and I did do that, and I got what you sent, and so I will be showing that on the next time I broadcast. Thank you very much. Blake, let's see. Do you teach origami on your channel?
Yes, but we haven't been able to make much videos because school's been getting in the way, but we do have some.
Okay, school gets in the way a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But I'm
know.
trying to make time for videos.
Posted that. We haven't posted any origami.
No, we
Da-
have.
Oh.
Remember, like the zine and stuff like that, like the little book, and I'm planning on doing the crane.
So
and
we
dragon
have
and all that.
plans in the works for doing some stuff.
And
Yeah.
we do have one origami right now.
Okay, cool. All right, so we have that. Hey, Jan, Lady True North. All right. And then Rhonda said you're a fantastic teacher. And then she also said you can take my channel when I retire.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What else? What other questions? We had another one. Somebody asked, what is your favorite design to fold?
I think it's probably the dragon. I like making the tail.
He likes the tail on
Of
the
the
dragon.
dragon.
It's pretty neat, I have to say. The channel is in the description box below the video. So, okay. If you have other questions, put them in all caps, and I'll try try to catch him. Yulia is originally from Russia, now in Los Angeles. Okay, that's cool. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Whoops, let's get this one. Here we go. Oh my, sometimes my machine is a little funky. Okay, here you go. So right about here, right about
So
there.
this is kind of a hard part, but to make it easier, I like to imagine this right here is one diamond. This is another. And this is a diamond, and then this is the very last diamond. Then you'll take this diamond right here and fold it to there.
Okay.
Then there should be a line right here and right here.
Okay, two lines there.
So on that line, the one closest to you, you're going to take all of this and fold it on the line
Okay, come up here just a little further. There you
to
go.
the side.
Uh-huh.
Then in the middle, it should look like this, and you give that part a nice crease
Okay.
so it holds its shape.
Mhm.
Then this part you also fold down
Okay.
and crease all that.
Okay.
Then these flaps you push up and kind of open it like this.
Okay.
Push it down and crease the edges again. And then these sides that I'm touching, you want to crease those all the way down.
Good job. Good teaching. Okay, show them what that looks like from the, how about from up here, just so they can see. So you have these valley folds inside. Okay, all right, now what?
So there should be little flaps.
Mm-hmm.
You take one flap on the front,
Up here just a little bit.
and so you want the part that does not open on the front, this part that does open facing towards you. Then on that flap, you take it and fold it to the center where
Okay.
where this line is.
So there's a fold in there, so you're using that as your marking.
Yep, and
Okay.
crease.
Okay. Okay, come up here just, there you go.
And then you do it with this part too.
You can come towards you just a little bit. Pull it towards you. There you go.
It's okay if the like edges you put in are not fully even, but if they are even, it's okay.
Okay.
It's best if they're even. Then this part right here, you're gonna fold down and line this line right here. It's kind of hard to see up with this big line.
There's a crease right there that's going to fold that lines up with those cut edges.
And then you crease the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you open that crease back up and these two flat.
Come up here just again a little bit more. So what happens? You go open that back up.
Yep, you open those three creases.
Okay. Open them back up. Okay.
Then you stick your finger into here, where it opens, and then you get all this stuff here and push it down to where there's nothing in your way. Then you kind of push it up, and on this
There you go.
part right here, you want to kind of barely put your finger on and move it around
Mm-hmm.
to get the paper used to being in that position.
Ah. So you just kind of make the paper do what you want it to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then these little parts,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of pinch them and drive your thumbs on the crease to where it's more smooth.
Okay. So you're kind of pressing out the creases a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now what?
And then these edges,
Come over here
you want
just
to
a
be
little bit more
these
towards
edges
you.
here. You want to be very careful, but this line, you bring them to the line.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more up here. You want to keep bringing it till it's at the tip,
Oh, that's a fancy fold.
like that.
Yeah.
Then you do the same with this part.
Okay.
if you need, you can just put this thing down
Mm-hmm.
before you move on to this one. Then, once you're done with that,
Mm-hmm.
you have to crease these edges.
So crease those folds real well. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then this part, you just put up, and where this line is, you want to push down and kind of smoothen it, because else it's going to try to like push all the way up and fold back down.
Okay.
So then you flip it over and do the exact same thing. These parts go to the middle with the crease.
Come over here a little bit. Yeah, just right there. That's great. That's perfect. So they come to the middle.
And then you crease that edge.
Mm-hmm.
You want this part to line up with all this.
Okay.
Then you do the same with this part.
Mm-hmm.
You line it up, bring it to the middle, and crease.
Mm-hmm.
Then you fold this part down and line this little crease.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to see, up with the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Then flip the flaps back up. Then these parts sticking out, just drive your fingers on them and carefully bring these into the lines.
So
These
it's
these
exactly
little
the same
flaps.
thing that we did, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, up here a little bit more. Just a little bit further. And towards you is fine. There you go. You are good at this, Blake.
Then once you fold it down,
Mm-hmm.
you want to crease these edges.
Mm-hmm.
Fold this part back up.
Mm-hmm.
Drive your fingers on the line.
It's kind of a kite shape right now, isn't it? Kind of or a diamond. It's more of a diamond. Yeah.
Then these parts, once you put them down, there should be like that little hump. So you want that to be facing up, and then push these back up.
Okay.
And it shouldn't be opening, but the part pointing towards you should be like opening
Okay.
these little flaps.
Yeah. Good tip. Good
then
tip.
you get this flap up where the part that is opening. You want that facing towards you. So this flap you bring in to the middle.
Whoa, this is getting to be some tiny folds, huh?
Yeah.
Is that hard to do?
No, not
Okay.
once you get used to it.
Okay. Okay.
Then you do the same with this part.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay, come up here again a little bit further. There you go. A little bit more towards you.
Crease these
you go.
edges
Mm-hmm.
to make them nice and stable.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're soon going to act as your tail and your neck.
Okay, so they've got to be good shape, don't they?
Yep, then you flip it over to where it looks like this and you do the same thing. These little parts with the open side go to the middle.
Okay. Hi, Kathy Patterson. Hi, Connie. Hi, Carol McDonald. And Carla Caged Fish. Good to see you guys. Welcome. This is Blake, and he's in 3rd grade, and he is my new friend, and he is teaching us how to make ninja stars and cranes, and then he's going to teach us to make a dragon. Okay, up here just a little bit more. Yep, a little
Then
towards,
it should look
towards you.
like this.
Then it looks like that. Okay, so it's got open. It's still got the open edges, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All
Now,
right.
this is going to be one of the last steps because we're almost done with the crane.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
this part, the little flap, you want to fold that to this other flap.
Okay.
These two.
Okay. So now we'll have 3 flaps on one side? Okay.
Then you crease that.
Mm-hmm.
This part, you want to fold all the way up to the top.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. All the way up to the top.
Then there should be a line on that part. And then to make the neck, you're on the line, you're just going to kind of push it together, but also pulling the edges to the other ones, and then you push that part.
Come up here. There you go. Okay. So everything gets kind of folded together up there toward the top, toward the skinny point.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Then you have to close these things that are going to be the wings back and push down on the bottom.
Okay.
Then these flaps you also want to open and bring to the other side. And then you're going to do the same thing. This flap comes up.
Okay.
But this time, since this little flap right here is this way, you're going to take this flap and bring it to here.
So it's folding, making another skinny point, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So one skinny point's going to turn into the tail.
And the other is going to turn into the neck and head.
Okay.
Then you fold the wings back down.
Okay.
Then you're going to take these wings, hold them all the way down to the bottom. And line them up so it looks like this. Then
Are you sure this is going to be a crane?
Yeah. It
Okay.
is.
Okay.
And then these parts, you want to line up together to make them as neat as possible.
Okay. Up here. There you go. All right, so they're as neat as possible, and the wings are folded down.
Then, it's not going to be perfect like this part right here, but that'll be okay. Then you just carefully pull it, this, to here, and pinch that part right here.
Okay.
Then you do the same with this.
Oh, so you're just pulling them down a little bit
And pinch.
and pinching. Okay.
Then you put the wings back up like this.
Oh, and there they are. There's the wings, and this is the body.
And then this is the tail. So your most unneat part is gonna be your tail.
The unneat part is the tail.
Yep.
Okay.
Like your most unneat. And then
Okay.
your better part,
Mm-hmm.
like this one's for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's gonna be where you're gonna make your head.
Okay.
So you just barely open this and put your finger right in the flap.
Okay.
You push this part all the way down,
Okay.
but not too far.
So
Just
there's
a
his
bit like
head.
this. And then to finish the head, you have to hold it there and pinch on the neck.
And that makes his head stay there.
Yep. And then you're gonna fold these parts just barely up and pinch it. And that is the crane.
That's neat. Okay, let's turn it this way just a little bit so they can see. And there's another one. How many cranes did you bring with you?
Probably just the one.
Just, okay. So we have the green one and the pink one. Okay, let's show them up here. Okay, so you hold one and I'll hold one. So we're going to show that camera up there so they can see. So there is the one that he just folded. That's this one, the green one. And then the pink one he brought too. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really neat. I like that. Don't you got look all the thumbs up. Everybody likes it.
And then if you want it to fly, when we had we had it like a skinny diamond, where we had the skinny diamond, Let me try to open mine back up if I can to get it to that.
So you can actually make them fly?
No, not fly, but like flap their wings.
Oh, flap the wings. Okay. Oh, you're folding backwards. Okay, got it.
So like this, where it was skinny, and we folded these flaps in. If you want it to flap the wings, you just don't fold these flaps in. So just if you want, go back and unfold these flaps.
Okay. All right. So now we've gone back to this stage, and then what happens?
You make the crane back again by folding this back with the flaps, and this part should go up
Okay.
into here. You just fold this here,
Okay.
and you don't do any of those middle folds.
You don't do the skinny folds.
You don't do the skinny folds.
Okay.
And then it's going to be a bit more bulky, but it's still like a crane. Then fold the wings down like this. I like to just kind of barely fold these edges
Okay.
like this, so I still have grip on it. Then I'll fold these parts down too.
Okay.
And then for the head, you do the same thing. Just kind of open this part by putting your finger in. You fold it down like this. Yeah, it's like a lot more bulky, but if you did it right, should flap its wings.
That's cool. It probably does it better if you haven't already done the other folds too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you've already done the other folds, this kind of stays up a bit. But if you don't, it'll just go back down.
He's flapping it. That's
Yep.
cool. That's neat. So you have two options to make two different styles of cranes. That's neat. That's neat. Don't you think that is great, you guys? That is yay for Blake teaching us how to make two different kinds of cranes and a ninja star so far. Do you need to take a break? Are you good? Keep going? Okay. What color shall we make the dragon? What color?
I don't know.
How about a lighter color? A light color might be good. Like, this color was really good. That showed up really well. Do you have one kind of like that? Okay. All right. You guys ready? Here we go. We're going to go and we're going to do a dragon. Look at this cool dragon. Look at his tail. Is this neat? And you can see how it looks similar to the crane. Yeah. Okay. You're ready anytime you want to do it. Start.
So, we're basically for the first step gonna just make a crane by folding this in half, hamburger and hot dog.
Okay, come over here just a little bit towards you. There you go. Good job. And I'll put your sample over here so we have it. Have you ever made a dragon bigger than this?
Yeah.
Have you? Okay.
I was at a restaurant and I took a giant paper towel to do it.
Ah, neat.
Then once you have the cross, you flip it to look like a diamond, and you make the X by taking these edges and bringing them to the other ones. Open it back up and twist it the other way to the left, with this line pointing up. Then it should look like this.
Okay. I'm gonna put this a little bit higher. There you go. There's all the folds. Okay.
Then if you remember, all these parts should be kind of like a diamond.
Right. You should have 4 diamonds on the corners, right?
Then you bring this diamond right here to this diamond.
Okay.
Then this paper right here, like the line on the paper, you fold all this across it. Increase in the middle like this.
Was this hard to remember when you first did it?
Yeah.
Did it take you a while to remember the folds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then this part you fold to here, and the line has to go up.
Okay.
You push it this part down and crease these edges. Then the part that does not open should not be pointing towards you, but this part that does open, that's the part that's going to point towards you.
Okay.
Then you put up the one flap and fold it all to the middle.
So it's folding to the middle. There's a crease there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you do that on both sides of that, the part that's facing you. Okay. Yep, just like that.
And
Okay.
then,
And
this
it's still all open down here at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
this part, you want to line this line up. That's kind of hard to see, the crease, up with this one.
So there's a crease that's right down here.
And you
And
line
that's
it
gonna
up
line
with
up.
this.
Okay.
It's a bit harder to see than this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay.
Then you open those 3 flaps back up.
Okay.
And you push your finger in here. Get all these extra parts out. Like that.
Okay, so you open just the top part, just the
Yeah.
top part of that.
And then these little edges here, you want to, I'm going to drive your fingers on and put it into this middle part.
That is so
These
neat how
corners
that
in the
works.
middle.
Yeah, that is neat.
Fold it down to fold these edges.
Okay.
Then you fold this part, this little flap back, and this line you want to push down on.
Okay. So you're kind of smoothing that crease out a little bit.
Yeah, so it doesn't push up and get in your way.
Okay. Okay.
You fold it back and fold these parts.
So you're doing the same thing on the
Yeah.
opposite side.
Same
Is that
thing.
right? Okay.
These parts go right to the middle.
Okay. Okay, up here just a little bit. A little towards you. There you go. Perfect.
And this part needs to go down.
Okay.
Open the 3 flaps up and open this and get all the extras out of your way.
So you take the top flap and the top piece and pull it up.
Then the parts that point out, you just drive your fingers on them, and you bring these into the line.
And those fold pretty well like that, don't they? Because there's already some creases there that you're just changing the direction of the creases, I think.
It ripped a bit.
Oh, that's okay. It's just a dragon. He won't care.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why if it rips, I'll use the ripped part as a horn, because then it blends in and you don't see it.
Oh, okay. Let's tell them that right to their faces. Okay, so if the paper rips a bit, then
On
you
this
what?
edge, then when you're making the face, you want the ripped part to be where you make your neck. So when you make the horn, that like makes the rip blend in and you don't see it.
Very good.
So like if it's kind of ripped right here, it's just kind of
Let
ripped.
me show the. Okay, show them.
It's ripped right here.
Uh-huh.
On this, I just ripped it. You just ignore that and make your head. Then, once you make your horn, you can't even tell.
You don't even know that you just fixed your mistake. Just use your mistake as a good solution, didn't you?
Yep.
That's great. That's cool. And there it is. That's neat. Okay, back to the dragon.
Then these edges you want to fold into this crease with the part that opens up.
Okay. So this is like the first crane that you showed us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, scooch up just a little bit more. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Then you flip it over and do the same thing.
Okay, same thing to each side. There you go. So you guys in the chat, make sure that you subscribe to Blake's channel, okay? Make sure if you're watching, you go over and subscribe to his channel because we want to encourage this young man to teach us more origami things.
Then this flap you want to bring to here.
Okay.
And then this, the part that you brought there, there should be this part that you just bring up.
Okay.
And then you fold these little flaps here to the other part of this flap.
So that's gonna. This is where we make the head and the tail, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, come back up here just a little bit. Can you get up a little bit higher? There you go. Yeah. So those are just folding on top of each other.
Then you push it back in just a bit like this. Then you have to quickly move your fingers here to stop it from popping out and pinch the bottom. Then you do the same thing with this.
Got to have some quick fingers when you're doing origami, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so up it folds, and then it goes over to make that little skinny part that's going to be, it's either going to be the head or the tail.
Yeah.
That is a really skinny fold. Okay. Okay, so pull it up here just so they can see how it looks.
Then you want to fold the wings back down.
Okay.
Like you're making the crane. And pull these out. And
Okay.
pinch.
Okay. There we go.
Like
okay.
this.
All right.
Then you're going to softly pull on the wings to where this kind of pumps up. Then you stick your fingers in here, just barely poke it
Just a
out.
bit more. Okay. Okay. So you're just kind of opening that up a little bit.
Then, once it's nice and pumped up, you have to push it down very softly to where it's like this.
So you're reversing some folds that were already there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
And then you take the edges, and one part you want to fold up to this edge. Then you kind of pinch that part. And this part you also fold up.
So instead of having a humped up body, he's got an inside.
Yep.
It pokes down inside. Oh, that's neat. I like that. That is cool. Okay.
Then you fold the wings back down.
Okay.
This is my ripped part, so
Okay.
I'm going to use it for the head.
Okay.
Just
Come
kind
up
of
here
make
just a
it
little
like
bit
the
more.
crane's head.
Right here. There you go. So,
Then once you have the crane head, don't put this part back up. Don't do that. Just take this edge and fold it to this part of his head.
oh, so it's folding back to that edge of his head. Okay.
Yep. Then you're going to make sure it's nice and lined up with all the other parts of his head. Gonna push it down.
Come up here. There you go.
Then you push these parts up to make more of the crane head.
So instead of giving him a pointy nose, which it's not a nose on a crane, but we'll call it that, you're making a dragon head.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you pull the horn up out of its head
Uh-huh.
and just twist it.
And that's where, if it's ripped, it just sort
You
of,
won't see it.
that's cool.
Then once it's twisted, you want to push it back down in to the crack, but then keep a bit of it pointing out and then pinch its head.
So it has a little horn, but not a
Yep.
lot.
Then you twist more of it
Okay.
and drive your fingernails softly.
Okay, let's turn it this way so they can see.
Like that.
See that head, you guys? Is that neat with a horn on it? I know. That is neat. Okay, now what happens?
Then, to make the tail, you want to fold the wings down. Just barely open it like this. Then you fold this part directly down.
Down, okay.
And crease it. To
Okay.
make the first part of this. You can kind of see it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Then you want to fold up really closely to it.
Oh, so this is how you make this tail section here.
Then you open it a bit up again and bring it back down.
So up and down and up and down.
Yep.
Do you just do it as many times as you have paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then if it gets like too skinny like it did right here, then you just ignore it.
You just pretend that that's exactly what you wanted it to be, huh?
Oh yeah, and just put it up like that.
Mm-hmm. So when it gets too tiny, then you just stick it up so that it has that little tail sticking up. That's really neat. That really looks like dragon scales. Can you come up here just a little bit more? I know it's hard to do it when it's so far away from you.
Like that.
So it's just up and down until you run out of paper. Okay.
And then, these are going to be the wings. But to give them these little creases in it, you're going to fold it back towards your tail.
Okay. Okay.
You flip it over and line this tail up with, wing up to there. With the other wing.
Mm-hmm.
Increase it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you open them back up, and then there should be a line. Then on that line, you bring this part up and crease.
So it just gives those wings some extra creases.
To make it look like dragon wings.
Yeah, good idea.
Then you take these little parts and flip it up once and then twice.
Wow.
And
Okay.
crease.
On the folds that were already there, right?
No, not on the folds, but you keep this folded.
Uh-huh.
Just bring it up once.
Oh, okay.
And then twice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you crease.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you open it, the wing back up, keep the last flap folded down, and then you give it another crease.
Wow, those wings have got a lot of texture in them. That's neat.
Then you do the same with the other.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the last steps, we're going to make the legs. These parts, the legs and feet.
Oh, I didn't even know they had legs and feet on there. That's cool. Okay. So the wings are done, the head and tail are done, and now...
You push the wings up, and these
Okay.
parts, you kind of fold all the way up as far as it can go.
There you go. So
Like
as far as they'll go.
And
Okay.
then on the tip, you want to bring it down to here.
Okay. So fold the tip down to the fold. Yeah.
Then you do the same with all the other legs. This part should come up.
Mm-hmm.
Then the tip comes down.
So this is what makes the other foot.
Then on the back, you also want to do it.
Okay.
So it stands up.
So then your dragon not only can fly, he can stand up. That's neat.
Then you fold the wings back down, and he's finished.
Ta-da! And there you have a dragon. Show him all the other dragons that you have, because you have several. Here's one too. This is one your dad gave me. Look at all these different dragons. He's got, what do you call a bunch of dragons?
I don't know.
Trouble, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got one more over there, a blue one, don't you?
Yeah.
Over there. One more. Yeah. It's not a flock of dragons. What is it? It's a whole bunch. Look
It's
at all
an
those.
army of dragons?
It's an army. Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
good. An army of dragons. I think that's really good. Look at all those. So there's dragons, and then we have cranes. So we have cranes, and then we
And
have
ninja stars.
ninja stars. You can put those over here where we can see those. And then we still have the frog. We have a jumping frog. Look. Who's coming, who's really stupid to come in amongst all the dragons. Oh, and then
The X-Wing.
the X-Wing. Look at that. And the X-Wing is from Star Wars, right? Isn't that what you told me? What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I don't know.
Do you have one?
No.
You just like them all? Yeah, that's cool. So what do you think about that, huh? How about that for a surprise visit? Yes. After his first grade, he dabbled, but was more into writing and illustrating. In third grade, his interest came back with a vengeance. That is from his dad saying that. So you guys, right? That's from you or your wife? Your wife. That's from Mom saying that. It's a thunder. Okay. A group of dragons is called a thunder.
It is?
Somebody just told us that in the chat. That's kind of interesting. Yes. How many more kinds of origami things do you know how to do?
Probably about maybe
Seven or eight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Blake is wanting to make a book too. So we're going to make a book, and so we'll show you what we did. So are you guys ready to see that? Your mom says you're a cute visitor. Moms are like that, aren't they? Yeah. Okay.
Poke her with a needle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to come down here and we're going to show you what we have ready for. We got ready for Blake a little bit ago. So this was a cover that I already had ready, and he liked it because it has hands on it, which of course is one of my favorite symbols also. And he wanted plain paper, so we just took copy paper and we put in 8 pages, so that's going to give him 32 surfaces to write on. And we put a T here for the top, and I've already poked the holes all the way through, so the holes go through the cover and through the pages. And this was the color that he decided he wanted, and this is waxed linen. Okay, so now Blake, what we do is we unspool the thread. It's kind of stiff because it has wax on it. Okay,
And tie it to the needle.
and we're going to put it through the needle, but you have to figure out how much thread we need. So this is how we do it. We measure 1, 2, 3 times the length of the book. Okay, that
I
makes,
should cut it?
yep, cut it right there between my thumbs. Good job. Okay, and then you take this thread, which is waxed, and we're going to stretch it. That helps it to not stretch once we put it in your book. Okay, so we've just stretched it out. Okay, so we need a needle, and we want a needle that doesn't have a sharp point. Let's make sure. Okay, it's all right. So you want to see if you can stick it in there? If you have trouble, I'll help you. Good job. Excellent.
Then should I just kind of pull this
Pull it,
up?
yeah, pull it about, pull it down about this far so it doesn't come unthreaded. There you go. Okay. All right. Now, this is where we have to decide something. So let me explain to you what we have to decide. Okay? We're going to tie, we end up tying the book, tying the thread. And we can have the ties come out on the outside, or we can have the ties come out on the inside. Which way would you like to have it?
How big are the ties? How big are they?
Well, we can cut them down to where they're short, or you can leave them long.
What do they look like?
I don't know if I have one here to show you. You know what? We can do it one way, and if you don't like it, we'll take it out and we'll do it the other way.
Then the inside.
The inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could
All
I
right.
do it?
Sure. So you're going to take your needle, and we're going to start on the, poke it all the way through, and go gently because we want to have it come through the holes. Good job. And pull that needle, but we can't pull it all the way through because we don't want to pull the thread all the way through. So pull, and I'll tell you when to stop.
But it's as far as it goes.
No, keep pulling. It'll come through. Keep going. And we're going to keep going a little bit further. A little bit more. There you go. Okay. And then I'm going to pull the end, the tail, I'm going to pull it through. And we can shorten it up a little bit now. Wrong way, Barb. Here we go. Okay? So I'm going to hang on to this tail for you so it doesn't pull through. Now we've got to go from the outside all the way through the cover and the pages. Okay, so look on the inside to get the needle to come all the way through. Sometimes this is a little tricky part. So sometimes you have to take the pages apart and then stick it through the hole. There you go. Got it. Okay, pull it all the way through. There you go. Okay. And you want to make sure that there's no slack in the thread. So pull the thread up. There you go. Good job. Okay, then you're going to come all the way over here. And let's give you some more room with the thread here. Okay, so we'll give you a little bit more thread. Okay, now you're going to come all the way up to the top hole, and go back down. There you go. Pull it through. So we want to take all the looseness out of the stitch. There you go. Good. And now we have to go through the middle hole one more time. Okay? So see if you can get it to go through the middle hole again, all the way into the middle of the book. Good. You are doing a great job. Okay, now you can take the needle off the thread. So pull, because there's two pieces going through the eye of the needle. Pull one will come loose. Okay, and now you can just take the needle off and put it back in the thing. Okay, now let me show you something. To see what we want is the two stitches here are nice and tight, and then inside we've got to tie the thread. but we have to have one piece of thread on each side of this long one. So can you stick one of those underneath the thread, under the long stitch? There you go. So we got one on each side. And then we just snug it. We'd snug it so it's nice and snug like that. And now you're going to tie a knot. So just go right over left and stick it through the hole and snug it way down real tight. There you go. And now do it. Whoop, you do. You were so strong. You broke the thread.
Broke it.
It's okay. We can do it
Is
again.
it stuck?
It may come loose, so we may stitch it again.
How
But
do we
this,
undo it?
oh, we just cut it and take it out. But let me show you. This is what I mean by the tails will be either on the inside of the book, or we can have the tails on the outside. Do you like them on the inside?
Yeah, inside.
Okay. All right, let's do it again. So we're just going to cut the thread. I don't know that I've ever had anybody break wax linen thread before. You're very, very strong. That's cool. Okay.
I didn't want it to come off at all.
Yeah. Well, next time we'll tie it tightly, but not quite as tight. Okay. Can you get the needle back? So do you remember how many times we did the thread? How many?
3.
Okay. Can you measure it? And maybe go just a little bit more than 3, so you have enough. There you go. And go a little bit more, maybe out to right there, and
So
cut
I
it.
should cut it.
Yeah. Good job. Okay, thread your needle. Okay. And pull the tail through a little bit further. There you go. Okay. So where did we start the first time?
The middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And we pull it and leave a tail.
And go through the bottom.
Yeah, but pull it up a little bit further because this is too much tail. Can you pull the thread through a little bit more? A little bit more? A little bit more? Good. Okay, now through one of the end holes. It doesn't matter if you do the bottom or the top. Okay. All right. And then you did what?
Went through the middle again.
No, went all the way to the
top?
other end. Mm-hmm. So it goes middle, and then one end, and then the other end, and then
The middle.
the middle. Yeah. There you go. Mm-hmm. Good job.
And then it goes under.
Yeah. One goes under the stitch, so we have one end on one side and the other end on the opposite side. Okay, and you can put your needle away because we're done with that.
And this time I hope I don't break it.
But we do have to snug up all the stitches, so we're just going to gently pull the ends until this stitch is tight. Okay, let's look at the other one too. Make sure these are kind of nice.
It's tight.
Okay. All right, so you're ready to not be the Incredible Hulk this time. So we're going to tie a knot and snug it up. Okay, now tie it again. Good job. Now tie it again. Okay, just snug. Good job. That's good. Okay, now
I didn't break it.
you didn't. You did great. So now what you can do is decide how long you want these tails. They've got to be at least that long. Okay. There you go. That's perfect.
This long?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yep, and you can throw those away. Here, the trash is over here. Oh, it's over here. Okay. And then you can smash the knot down because it's wax. it will kind of stick to itself, so you can just kind of smash it down with your fingers. And you can take your clips off, and then you have a book. So you just fold it over like this, and then I'll show you a fun tool to use to make your crease nice and heavy. That's this one.
Is it my fingernails?
This is called a Teflon bone folder, and if you look, see this? If you put it in your hand like this and you push really hard and go back and forth, that will help make it nice and creased. And then flip it over and do it on the other side. Come up here so they can see what you're doing. There you go.
Do you have to do that part?
You don't have to use this bone folder. You can use your thumb, or you can even use a pair of scissors like this, and you can do it that way. It just helps to make the paper, train the paper to stay nice and folded.
So I can also do that at home?
Yeah, sure. And you're all done. It's all done. And then we can erase the T out of it where we had the top. We can erase that with, let's see if we have a pencil that has a decent eraser on it. Probably this one. So you can erase that. That way we don't need that anymore. Okay? And there you go. There's your book. So show the viewers your book. You just put it right here so they can see. Isn't that neat? And show them all the pages in it. Isn't that cool? Look at all those cool pages he's got to write a story. What are you going to write about?
I don't know.
You don't know yet? Okay.
I haven't done the planning.
Haven't planned it? Okay. He's going to plan. He hasn't planned yet, you guys. Okay, so here's some comments. Some of the people said, a group of dragons is called a thunder or a flight. Blake is amazing and very talented. So these are people in the chat telling you things. Thank you, Blake. What a great teacher. Thank you, Blake. Nice job. What a sweet young man. You have been a joy, Blake. Blake, your dragon is very special, as I was born in the year of the dragon. So she likes your dragon a lot. And your mom said he always does a plot line and a rough draft for his books. That's cool. That's cool. Do you draw images in draw pictures in your stories too?
Sometimes.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's good. Excellent. Well, have you had fun today?
Yeah.
I really had fun having you here in the studio with me. Would you come back sometime?
Yeah.
When you have another break from school, you can come and teach us something else?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. With that, we are going to take off for today. And so we're going to stop our surprise stream. This is Friday. I don't know what day it is, to tell you the truth. I will not be back for a few more times. I'm trying to get the studio and everything moved. I'm partially moved, but the studio has not moved. So we're slowly but surely getting things moved. I'm glad you guys were here. I hope you had a really good New Year's and a good holiday season and a Merry Christmas. It's good to be back and see you for a little bit today. And thanks to Blake for being my special guest today. And we will see you again when we see you. And as always, remember to get creative today, because you know it's easy. And we'll see you next time. And if I can figure out where my stuff is, here we go. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.